For today's video, we'll go over some budget options in defense and in the forward line. And yes, we will talk about Heeney at the end. But yeah, so I think it's okay to have one or two budget options in your team. If you're trying to finish first, then unless these budget options are going to finish near, top 8 of their position, top 10, then probably not. But for the most part, we're all trying to finish a team. Some of us are struggling for cash generation or to finish a team. I get that. So it's okay to pick one or two budget options, I think, but you're just trying to make the best plays for your team, and not everyone. I don't think I can get Bontempelli, for example, so I have to look elsewhere. So we'll see. So go through the defenders first. McAvoy's a no. So Shannon Hearn is interesting. So he's 170 break even. So he's about to drop 40k with an 80. So he could be in a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 370k or something. The problem with Hearn is he's had, because of his age and so many soft tissue injuries over the past 2-3 years now, it seems far too risky. And I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, once after he came back from a soft tissue injury, he didn't even play that well after that anyway. So he's a no. But if he gets to mid 300s and you got nothing else, it's something you could do, but absolutely no way for me. Baker is a no because he's playing midfield, playing really well at the moment, but remember they did move him half forward for a bit, so that's no good for a defender. So we'll skip Baker. I don't know why that's doing this. Isaac Cumming, this is pretty pointless. So I think he has to share kickouts with Ash and Whitfield, whereas it was just him and Ash before. So this seems pretty pointless trade in. If you started him or got him in cheap, fantastic, but it seems pretty pointless at this point. But been a good pick this year. Alex Keith doesn't seem to have the upside, doesn't get kickouts, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I doubt it. Third tall interceptor, decent role, but I don't think he's going to justify that price tag. Will Power, I have not really taken much notice of Power, but I think he's taken a few more kickouts recently. So 430k has a good buy. A little bit, it's just hard to trust. I haven't got a great read on him, so we'll skip Power. Blitzarves, and when Bose comes back, does Bose start taking more kickouts? So not exactly sure. And then Blitzarves, so someone in the Discord I think is keen on Blitzarves, and it's clearly an issue where Chris Scott has... So basically he's playing ruck at the moment. Ruck and wing, I think, but mostly ruck. And the issue with this is Chris Scott came out and said the other day he is going to be rucking in the short term. And he's... if he goes back playing key defense, he can't really score as well as he does in the ruck. So in the short term, I think he's going to be a good pick, but long term, it's a little risky if they move him around. And they pretty much said that I think they want him to be moved around. I remember 2019, they didn't play him down back I think, was it the prelim? And then the Tigers Tolls killed him. So it's classic Chris Scott. I don't think this is a long-term solution, but one that could work, but not sure. Rampy's a no. Markov is a no. Been a good pick if you've had him. Got him cheap, but just doesn't have the ceiling. Darcy Moore is the pick of the bunch for me. The issue is his buy. He shares with Mills, Lloyd, and Laird. And then you got Gordon Grundy and probably have Oliver as well. So that is... I don't think you can do it. But he's scoring really, really well, and he's cheap. So he takes kickouts, he intercepts a lot, runs and carries. He has a lot of scoring avenues. There will be down games, but for 420k, I think he's the pick of the bunch. I can't do it because of the buy. If his buy was a bit better for 420, even if it was 370 last week, I'd half think about it. But yeah, star player, down back. Surely they can't play him forward again, but yeah. Henderson, playing well lately, but no age, and this is not normal for Henderson, this sort of scoring, so not sure what's happening. Lockie Ash, been a good starting pick, but just probably doesn't have the upside at the moment. Still very young. Dan Houston is very interesting. Dan Houston's probably going to be sub 400 soon. So the problem is he's still injured. I think JD flamed me in the podcast this week for mentioning Dan Houston. It's pretty simple with Houston. You see how he goes this week, give him a week off, then you see how he goes after his bye, and then you can look at him, in my opinion. Because all we want to know is if this AC joint issue is going to be an issue. It seems like it is because it's been an issue twice now. And he was listed as a test this week. So I thought this was something that would just go away. Maybe it's a bit more severe. I really hope that this doesn't ruin Guthrie as well. We'll see. I'm not sure what the extent of it is. So with this one, it seems unlikely that he's going to heal, but I don't know for sure. But one, very capable scorer. See how he goes. But I think he kicked a goal on the weekend, so he must have. I think he was playing a bit forward, which must be because of injury. So maybe this is just far too risky at this point. But he must have only played forward due to injury. So one to monitor, but we just need to understand if he's fit or not. Because he against the Crows before he hurt his shoulder, he was almost on 100 before 3/4 time, so it's fine. Newman has too much durability issues. It's just not enough reward for this price. If it was 300, possibly, but not 400. Jonas, no. Burn Jones, no. Brodie Smith's always been a sub-primo. Henry, no. So then we have Lever and Harms. So I would probably go Harms over Lever. Lever is averaging 90, but had a rough last 5 weeks, I guess. Only the 81 average. Probably wouldn't go either. Their buys are both terrible, and you might as well go Darcy Moore. So Harms is okay, I guess. He's a proven 95 plus midfielder. Viney's out for the time being. So if Viney's out long term, I'm not sure how long he's out for. You could go Harms for 400. High ceiling player, but again, it's like I do remember them moving Harms around in the preseason game, so that worries me if they change him up a little bit. So that's probably enough to scare me off. But you'd think he plays midfield. Howard's a no, but he's getting kickouts. Vlosten's a no. Birchall's a no. Okay, so now we have Zach Williams and Adam Sard. Would I pick either of these players? If I had to pick, I would pick Sard. Simply because of durability. So 400k for Zach Williams. Well, the problem is, look, he's gone down back where he belongs, I think. However, they said the other day his body's not 100%. So he's probably going to have more rests, more soft tissue injuries. Don't get me started on the amount of knocks he cops for some reason. I don't know, that must be a lack of, being able to protect yourself, putting yourself in harm's way far too often. So Zach Williams is a dead pick to me. So just durability, and they've pretty much said his body he can't even play midfield because his body can't do it. So that screams that lack of work ethic in the preseason. So no. Then Adam Sard. So the interesting thing about Sard, even though Newman's back, Doherty's gone to a wing, and it's sort of helped Sard's numbers in the past 2 weeks. And the reason why Sard's 400k is somehow he scored 20, had 7 clangers, which I don't think he's ever had in the past 3 years. So just had a really bad game against the Dogs. For 400k, this pick is second to Darcy Moore, I think, Adam Sard, because he's proven 97 last year. Previously, he was always, I think it was high 80s. And yeah, with maybe, and his kickouts, some weeks he takes them, some weeks he doesn't. It's a bit weird, but he doesn't really get a whole lot of them. But yeah, running defender, his break-even's pretty low. So 396k, you're struggling. I have no issue with you going Adam Sard. I think he's probably safe for at least 85 and ceiling of high 90s possibly. Probably more likely somewhere in between that. Maybe like a low 90s, the way he's going. Just because that 20 is just really weird. I don't think that'll happen again. I don't understand why that happened. But yeah, he's never had a game close to that within like 30, 40 points. So that's a bit weird. Look, it's not someone I'm interested in because he doesn't really fit my team. I'll be getting Whitfield and Ridley, I think, to finish the team. So, but one that I have thought about if I was really struggling. But yeah, I think it's okay. Just slightly weak F6, D6. CJ, don't do it. Absolutely not. He relies on cheap ball too much, whether it's coming to him or given to him. So no. Broad no, Greaves no. I think that's pretty much it. There is one. I'll just touch on Jack Lukosius wherever he is. I think I missed him. Lukosius, I don't mind Lukosius if Bose is out long term, or if they give some indication that they say we will stick Lukosius at halfback for the rest of the year. Just something to know, just in case. So, yeah, he's capable, but yeah, again, wing is not super friendly for a lot of players unless they're mega high endurance. So the forwards are interesting now because the problem with the forward line is Dale and Hind were sub 450, and now they're slowly creeping to 500k. Dale's probably going to get there a bit quicker, but now it's like probably have to pay 480 to 500 now, or Dustin Martin or one of these players, sub 450. Well, I'm looking at them and I don't like a lot of them at all. Gary Rowan, no. Dustin Martin, I think I'm going to have to go him next week, just because of what's happened with team names. I might be skipping Waitman now, which means I have to wait for Dusty next week, which is not great. He's low break even, but it kind of just works out more money if I get him this week and go the players I want this week. So you'll see that in my weekly video. Charlie Dixon, 3-round average 96. I'd have to check Port's fixture. No. Don't really trust Dixon, that's the issue. I don't trust Port. So no. Joe Danaher, it could work, but yeah, he could go low 80s for the rest of the year, I'm not sure. Which is what he's pretty much averaging anyway. Joe Danaher, if you didn't start him, there's no point chasing him now. It just doesn't make any sense. And again, their fixture gets a little bit more difficult the next few weeks as well. Plus, look, he's played every game, but Joe Danaher was injured for 3 years straight, but it looks like he's got his body right. Wingard, no, too much soft tissue history. Bailey's going to lose his mid-roll, probably. I think he got named in the center. I don't know how much. He doesn't get a lot of mid-time, but he gets a little bit, enough to bump his scoring up. Cameron's a no. Cameron wasn't very good last year. That's the thing. So I don't really trust Jeremy Cameron. Like, he could go 70 for the rest of the year. He could go 90. I think Hawkins, plus, he's not the main man. He's second to Hawkins. Harry Mackay, I like this one as a possible F7 later in the year, or really cheap F6. The problem is he has a shoulder issue right now, and we'll need that to go away before we look at him, because he's probably the best forward in the league, top 3 forward in the league at the moment. Just he's playing injured, so playing through sore shoulder. We need to see a few games where that shoulder injury is gone away, and then if he's like low 300s or 350 or something, could look at him for F6, F7. Until I see that shoulder disappear, no. I have not monitored Langford. Played a bit of midfield in the preseason, but it seems too much competition there. McCarthy, no. Astronaut, probably not. Might as well just go Dusty. Robbie Gray, no. Age and roll. Luke Jackson, no. Isaac Smith, no. I think there's not much here. Tom Atkins has kind of lost his license to rebound from what I've seen. Just because I think Tui's doing it all now. Tui and Stewart still does it. Even Henderson's doing it. So, yeah, it's just Atkins is like, you're a small defender. Yeah, it's not his job anymore to rebound. And the problem, there's no kickouts. And as well, he gives away so many frees and has clangers and Gets caught holding the ball far too often. So no. A few weeks ago it was looking okay, but now things have just, the landscape has changed, and yeah, he has not improved his ability to give away free kicks. Or hasn't been able to stop giving away frees. And the last player we'll speak about, not Rosie, is Isaac Heeney. Now, you all should, if you've watched the channel the past few weeks, you know how much I hate the Heeney pick. However, I'm looking at getting Heeney in this week because I have, look, say you already have Dusty, right? It's Heeney or pay 480k to Dangerfield price. And that's the thing, 150k difference, that's the price of a rookie upgrade. So that's like almost, you pretty much save a trade. Heeney can score well. The main issue with Heeney is his ankle's not 100%. He will miss games. So what my plan is pull to F7 to cover Heeney when he misses games at F6. If Heeney gives me 85, I'm happy. His role has improved. He's playing up the ground. Don't get me wrong. If this pick falls apart and I'm stuck with a 350k dead rookie or dead mid-pricer, I'm in a bit of trouble. However, if I can keep Paul to F7 and have Heeney F6, and that gets me a chance at Bontempelli, I'm down. So I'm thinking about it. I hate it. It's the durability. He can score. His role's improved. His ankle is not 100%. He can't train fully. John Longmire's quote was, just because he jarred his ankle once doesn't mean it will happen again. Well, chances are it will happen again. But yeah, only Heeney can punch someone and break his hand and just get these weird freak injuries. But at least with Heeney, it's contact. It's not... he's playing a more uncontested style as well, which is a bit weird, which might help him. But at least with Heeney, it's not soft tissue. So soft tissue for me is far worse than contact injuries, unless it's like a chronic knee or something. But yeah, it's only because of price and because of cover player. If you're not planning on having a cover player, and you're going Heeney, you're gonna get screwed. You're gonna cop donuts. So that's my plan, because this saves me 150k. This gives me a chance at Bontempelli depending on what happens. So I'm thinking about it. This isn't gonna end well, but we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. I know it's weird. I said Hall was an awful pick, but I didn't see him play. Watched Heeney, watched some tape of him. His role's improved, but yeah, I've done another backflip. So only because of price, but yes, trust me, it's very blatantly obvious he's going to miss games. You'll need cover. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.